Some football recruiting news over the weekend. BYU has landed a pair of brothers, and you know I'm a big siblings duo guy. This time they poached a couple guys from Stanford. You're going to probably recognize the name. Quarterback Bear Bachmeier and then wide receiver Tiger Bachmeier. Both have committed over this weekend to BYU. Tiger is a grad transfer. He graduated Stanford in 2.5 years. And then Bear is a class of 2025 quarterback that I believe was set to go to Stanford and has now flipped his commitment. I don't know if he was at Stanford for a year and didn't play or redshirt or something and now is at BYU. Either way, the Bachmeier brothers have come to BYU. I say you should recognize the name because I believe these are the younger siblings
Oh,
of
Hank.
Hank Bachmeier, who
Yeah.
was at Boise State and then at Wake Forest. And big football family, obviously, the Bachmeiers. But Bear, per the 24/7 composite, the quarterback, is a four-star recruit and presumably will be a big time player at BYU at some point. And then Tiger Bachmeier's been okay at Stanford. He hasn't had any crazy seasons. Just to pull up his actual stats on this, he in his career had career best year in 2023, 36 receptions for 409 yards and two touchdowns. Your thoughts? Is this big time news for BYU, who seems to be like flipping a bunch of people right now?
Yeah, I think it is because just the fact that, I think that Bear, you look at the quarterback situation for BYU and what's it going to be for the future. And I mean, according to like Pete Thamel, which, kind of lines up with how Bear was highly recruited, like he was recruited by Michigan, Oregon, Notre Dame, a bunch of other offers. Like he was a very highly sought after kid. And he presumably chose Stanford because of the family connection. So them being able to, kind of leverage that, I think, and I'm not saying Tiger's just like a complete non-factor. Like maybe he does look better in a BYU uniform. I mean, if you've had a chance to watch Stanford football the past couple of years, quarterback play has been a little bit inconsistent, and it's just Stanford football. But I do think that this is a pretty significant move just because of the BYU I think is able to get maybe possibly quarterback of the future in Bear Bachmeier. And are we going to discuss how Hank got the short end of the stick?
Yeah, their names are Bear and Tiger.
Yeah, like and they're like, well, you know what? Let's get Hank.
Yeah,
But
it's
Hank
not
was
great.
first,
He
so they
should have
had
been.
Hank, and then they're like, let's shift to animals,
Don't you think he should have been a wolf?
something, anything.
Turtle?
So, maybe not turtle.
I
Like
think
how
wolf.
pissed would you be if you had two other brothers and they were Tiger and Bear, and your name was Turtle?
Her name is like goldfish,
Yeah,
like
they'd be sick.
koala. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We have a special offer for you. Promo code SLEEPERS. If you're a first-time depositor, they will give you a bonus up to $1,000 that matches 50% of your first deposit, plus a free pick. And tonight's free pick is focused on none other than Steph Curry. Card, I got a question for you. How many points does Steph Curry average?
Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and say 29.
I don't have it in front of me, but that sounds about right. Certainly more than zero, I assume.
Of course.
Well, tonight's free pick, Steph Curry to score 1 point, higher than zero point 0.5 points. It's as much of a guarantee as you can possibly get. Underdog Fantasy, deposit as a first time user, put in promo code SLEEPERS. Make sure you get that deposit match bonus up to $1,000 and the Steph Curry free pick. Back to the video. Yeah, okay. Can I be like a minor honest voice here?
Yeah.
I don't know that Tiger Bachmeier matters. He is not all that good. He had a good year at 23, whatever. In 24, 10 receptions, 67 yards. I just don't think he's a needle mover. I think BYU, based on what I saw last year and the way they're operating on the recruiting trail and the transfer portal right now, is going to be fine. I don't think we're going to see Tiger Bachmeier featured. I think you make this move because the brothers obviously wanted to play together. And if you're able to bring the wide receiver brother with you, then you're able to get the quarterback prospect in Bear that you really believe in. Um, I think like Bear, here's my hard part. I wasn't the biggest Hank Bachmeier guy. Like I thought he was good, but kind of a I don't want to say empty numbers guy, but it was always gaudy numbers, erratic play. Like I would flip on a Boise State game and I just didn't feel like he had good control of the game usually. It was just like poppy arm stuff and
Mm.
I don't know, like he's clearly a talent and I think in theory Bear projects to be like the most talented player in the family. This is a kid that had offers from schools like Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame, Oregon. So BYU gets that quarterback commit. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You beat out some of the best programs in the sport. But
And he did the thing.
what's the thing?
Keyword.
This was a tamper
A
situation?
big tamper.
See, BYU is still trying to dodge those allegations. I don't feel like their football program's doing this as blatantly as the basketball program is, but
I
I don't
mean,
know. Why do you call it a tamper situation?
he was enrolled at Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did this come about then to you?
Mm, they got tired of tampering within their own conference. They wanted to show that they got that type of pull outside of the conference.
I mean, the one thing I would say, they're being selective. Like their portal class, if you look at it this year, is not like we're bringing in 50 guys. It's like nine incoming transfers, but all nine are like, we selected you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you have been selected to be tampered with.
Do you watch the show Traitors on, I think it's on Hulu?
No.
It's this reality show. You would like it, I think, actually. But it's basically a reality competition show. It's like playing our favorite board game that we played at up north in the UP.
Oh, yep.
It's like playing that game, but in reality show
Oh,
form.
I'd love that.
It's called Traders, and there's a British host who goes Traitors every single episode. It's
And I
great.
would be amazing at that game given my history.
Yeah, you don't know how it works, but somehow you're very good at it. Anyway, uh,
My life, honestly.
where the hell was I going with this metaphor? Uh, I don't know. What were we
Something
just
about like
saying?
choosing, picking and choosing who they want, BYU.
Yeah, I completely lost the train of thought on where I was going with this.
Hmm. Well, let me go ahead and bring this back. One thing I will question though is that BYU's in on like I think the number one quarterback in the class of 2027, maybe 2026. Kid named Ryder Lyons has been heavily
Yeah.
linked to BYU. Wonder kind of what this does for this because by adding this, I'm assuming they're lining up like they're saying like Bear could be the QB of the future.
I'm pretty sure Ryder Lyons goes to Dion's high school, by the way. We did a video on him in the summer.
Is that really?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean he did visit Sac State.
Yeah. Dion said this kid's the one. But
I'll
if he's
show you.
visiting Sac State, respectfully, we'll go with Bear.
Bear me.
Yeah, I'll take the kid that Alabama wanted, not the kid that Sac State wants.
Respectfully, yeah.
And honestly, I'm BYU. I'll take both.
I'm BYU.
Yeah, empty checkbook. I'll take both. Congrats to BYU for making more moves. And anytime you can get a sibling duo, I'm a big fan.